Okay, so the next part for today is doing polynomials in A2 maths. Polynomials. Polynomials are a separate family of equations. For example, you have linear equations is a polynomial, quadratic is a polynomial, cubic equation, polynomial, quartic equation, polynomial. And the thing is, in linear you have ax plus b. When quadratic there is ax square plus bx plus c. And it is cubic, ax cube, bx square, cx plus d. Quartic में क्या होगा definitely ax4, bx cube, cx square, dx plus e. Then you can have quantic as well. When your maximum power is 5, so the degree is changing. Degree is the maximum power of your variable. Degree is 1 over here. Degree is 2 over here. It is 3 over here and it is 4 over here. The degree of the equation. Degree means the maximum power of the polynomial. It is like this 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 when it's linear, quadratic has 2, cubic has 3, quartic has 4. And all of these polynomials, the thing that should be, first of all, satisfy the conditions for you to say that something is a polynomial is that the variable has positive and integer power. Positive integer power. So you can see, and the power can be 0 as well, including 0. When x power is 0, it is definitely 1. Anything the power of 0 is 1. So you just have the constant part. That's what they're telling you. So the variables that you can see over here, x, it is x power 1, x power 2, x power 1, x power 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the powers of the variable, you can see they are positive and they are integer. Integer means whole number. So these types of equations are called polynomials. Simple. And polynomials can be written down in their factorized form. You can divide a polynomial with another polynomial. You can add, subtract polynomials. So operations that you can do with polynomials. You can add two polynomial equations and add the terms which are like add and subtract. You can multiply them, means you can expand the brackets. Multiply. Let's suppose you have 2x plus 1 and you have 4x cubed plus 7x square plus 2. So both are separate polynomials. The left bracket is the linear polynomial and the right bracket is the cubic polynomial. And you can simply expand them. You know how to expand it simply. Everything you've done since your O levels. Multiply them. And the new thing is now you can divide polynomials with, you can factorize, definitely factorize one of the equations. Factorize polynomials means that if you have a quadratic equation, you can factorize it into two linear equations. Ax plus b, cx plus d. So the quadratic equation can be factorized to two linear equations. Cubic equations can be factorized to three linear equations. You can factorize them as well. So you can factorize multiple polynomials. And the last thing, you can divide polynomial by a polynomial. For example, you have x cubed plus 4 divided by x. And you can get a coefficient. It's just like the same division multiplication that we did for simple numbers. And you will see this is also similar. And okay, so adding, subtracting, that's the easier part. You people know how to simply add or subtract equations. You just add, subtract the like terms. That's it. Multiplication, D, वही चीज़ है. Factorizing and division. These come hand in hand. You will learn these two things properly. How to factorize, how to divide. polynomial by a polynomial. And then you will learn what are factors, what are not factors, and okay. Okay, any questions still here? These are basic knowledge about the polynomials, what are polynomials, and now you will learn the rest of the things relevant to the syllabus. Okay. The next thing, the new thing that we need for today is how to divide a polynomial with a polynomial. So you have how to divide a polynomial with a polynomial. You have two methods. You have the long division, which I will teach you, and you have synthetic division. You need any one of the methods as well. कोई सभी काम दुरुस्त हो जाता है. I like the long division. I usually teach the long division. Synthetic division, मैं खुद भूल जाता हूँ. I don't know why. I have not done it myself. Maybe in some time I did it properly, synthetic division, but I always forget it. So long division is more logical. You will understand it hopefully. And second part of this topic that you would learn, the third method to divide it, it is remainder factor theorem. This is a very efficient method. Remainder factor theorem. These three things you would learn. You would learn basically two things. I will teach you long division and remainder factor theorem. These two are more than enough to get to solve every type of question that will come in this chapter. So let's suppose the question is divide x cube plus 4x square minus 3x plus 10 divided by x plus 1. Now the division we will right now do long division to divide this thing by the polynomial. We have a cubic polynomial divided by a linear polynomial. So you can also write this thing like this. Divided by x minus 1. And you can also write this down like this, the basic division sign, right? Like you did it in your grade 1, grade 2 dividing. So your divisor, this is called the divisor. The thing which you are trying to divide something with. This is the dividend. The thing you want to divide. So your divisor comes outside, so x is plus 1, sorry, x plus 1. And the dividend comes inside over here. Just like if suppose you have 10 upon 3. How you write it now? You write 10 inside and divided by 3. And the same steps you used in your basic division that you learned in your grade 1, grade 2. You would apply the same things over here. So how do we proceed in this 10 divided by 3? You find the number which is closest to the 10, which is right now 3. The multiple which is closest to the 10, which is 9, and 3 times 3 is 9. And then you put in the minus by yourself and then solve it, you will get 1. So over here as well, using the similar logic, what do? You first of all take the first term from your divisor, which is x, and you want to get closest to this x cube. So if I want to make x cube, I will multiply it with x square. Right? So now I will multiply x with x square. This would become x cube. And I will multiply the second term with the same coefficient, yes. So 1 times x square is x square. Then what we did? We multiplied it. Look, we put in this minus sign on our own. 10 minus 9. There wasn't a minus right now before. We just put in 3 times 3 is 9. And then we put the minus ourselves and then we solve it. So we got 1. So over here as well, we put in the minus ourselves. You multiply this thing with minus on both sides, with both the terms. So this becomes minus x cube and minus x square. And then if you solve this, so x cube minus x cube cancels out. And 4x square minus x square would become 3x square. And you can carry forward the next time, minus 3x. Now you will find the number, the term with which you will multiply the x, so that you can get 3x square, closest to 3x square. So x times you will multiply with 3. So x times 3x will be 3x square. And then you multiply the second time as well with the same. 1 times 3x, which is plus 3x. And then again you change the sign. So this becomes minus, this becomes minus. Then you add them, so this cancels out, and this becomes minus 6x. And carry forward, so plus 10. And then how would you multiply? You would multiply the x with minus 6. So that you get minus 6x. And 1 times minus 6 would be minus 6. And then again change signs. And then add them together. You will get this cancels out, and you are getting 16. And this is it. You can't solve it further. So now what? This is your remainder. This is your divisor. This is your dividend. And this is your quotient. ऐसा ही है? Any questions till here?
Nice, sir.
This is something unique, I know. And how do you write? Right now we finished this one as well, right? We cannot simplify this thing further. So at the end we would write 3 whole 1 upon 3. So we wrote the quotient. The format is to write quotient plus the remainder upon divisor. So over here as well, this would become x square plus 3x minus 6. This is the quotient plus remainder 16 upon divisor
अरहम कब गया है?
x plus 1.
अरहम मुझे लगता है चला गया हुआ है, उसका
अच्छा.
इंटरनेट का ना इशू हो.
Okay, so look now, this is the division after the solution after you divide it. So quotient plus the remainder upon divisor. And right now you see that we have got a remainder. So this means this is not a factor. Factor is something which does not remain. Well, when you use it to divide something, you don't get any remainder. So this right now you would say that x plus 1. You can say that this thing is not a factor, right? Because it is giving you a remainder when it is when you use it.
अगर वो बेसिकली रिमाइंडर दे रहा है दैट मींस इट्स नॉट अ फैक्टर. अगर रिमाइंडर नहीं एंड पे बचता तो इट्स अ फैक्टर. मेरी आवाज नहीं गई.
हाँ, आ गई. सही है.
मुझे लगा था मे बी इंटरनेट का इशू हो या आपका ना हो कि आवाज ही नहीं आ रही.
Okay, copy this one down. This is a good example.
Sick.
One or two more. So we'll have divide 2x cube minus x square plus minus 5x plus 10 divided by x plus 2. They are asking you to divide a polynomial by a polynomial. So division 2x cube minus x square minus 5x plus 10.
सर इसमें भी लॉन्ग डिवीजन ही होगी जो हमने पहले किया है.
Yes.
मैं ट्राई करके देखूं.
के बाद वाला करना.
ओके.
So you want to make x into 2x cube. So you want to multiply x with 2x square. So this becomes 2x cube, and you multiply the 2 with the same thing. So plus 4x square. Then you change the sign. minus over here and minus over here. Then you add them, this cancels out, and this becomes minus 5x square, and this carried forward, minus 5x. Now you want to make x into minus 5x square. So you multiply x with minus 5x. So this becomes minus 5x square. And 2 also multiplies with the same thing, so minus 10x. Then you change signs. This becomes positive, this becomes positive. Then you add them, this cancels out. And this becomes 5x plus 10. And now you multiply the x with 5 only, so that you can get 5x. So 5x plus 2 times 5 is 10. And then again you change the signs. So this becomes minus, and this becomes minus. Then you add them, so 5x minus 5x cancels out, and 10 minus 10 also cancels out, so remainder is 0. So this means that this is a x plus 2 is a factor. And the quotient is 2x square minus 5x plus 5. Right? Yeah. Easy.
जी सर.
Good. Now you will divide. Should I give a easy or difficult one?
सर आपकी मर्जी है. लंबा भी हो जाए तो कोई इशू नहीं है.
24.
ओह ओके.
Same tariqa. That's it.
चलो से मैं करता हूँ, फिर मैं आपको बताता हूँ.
करो try. Yes. So if we continue, first of all, look, you had the 2x power 4. I wrote this down completely, the thing that you want to divide. It's over here. And this is the divisor. And so you look, you multiply the x square with 2x square, so that this becomes 2x power 4. And then you multiply the same one also multiply with the same thing. So plus 2x square. And then you change the signs, then you add them. So this becomes 2x cubed minus 2x square, which you cannot solve it. So you wrote them down, 2x cubed minus 2x square. And then you carried forward the next one, 5x square. And you did one more step. You simplified the minus 2x square and plus 5x square. And then you would continue the same way. To make 2x, to make x square into 2x cubed, you multiply x square with 2x. So x square multiplied by 2x would give you 2x cubed, and 1 multiplied by 2x would be plus 2x. And then again you change the signs, and you add these up, cancel out. So 3x square minus 2x, and you carry forward this one. This comes out as plus 2x. So these two also cancel out, there and there. So 3x square, and you carry forward this one as well. So plus 3. And now to make x square into 3x square, you multiply it by 3. So x square by 3 would give you 3x square. And 1 by 3 would give you 3. And again, you change the sign. This becomes minus, this becomes minus. You add them, everything cancels out. So remainder is coming out as 0. This means that the divisor was a factor. Because if the remainder is 0, the factor always gives you the remainder 0. And the quotient is, this is your quotient. Final answer. Okay, this is how you would do long division. We will continue in the next class. This is it for today. Allah Hafiz.